Okay, so we're 5 feet 6 inches deep, right where the front flagstone walkway at the front of the property meets the sidewalk. So unfortunately, we're not underneath soil, we're underneath a concrete walkway. This area is going to need to be dug up and repaired, not only to examine the remainder of the line, but also just to repair a fairly significant breach in the integrity of the pipe, where sewer water is literally dumping out into the soil right here. Once this is repaired, or during the repair, I would recommend a follow-up inspection to assess the remainder of the main sewer line up to where the homeowner's responsibility ends in the street to see if there's anything else occurring here. It might be wise to do it during the repair, because if there are more repairs needed beyond this point, or even from this point, there are different methods of sewer replacement technology where large sections of pipe can be replaced just by digging at the beginning and the end of either one of those places, so already having a hole dug if there is more repairs needed. It'd be more cost effective just to initiate those repairs with this hole already being dug. But in order to examine the remainder of the line, two things, well, at the most two things would need to be done. This would need to be repaired and a main sewer line clean out installed at the very beginning of the sewer line. That way the rooftop access wouldn't be needed. But if we're going to examine the remainder of the line using this excavated area when this is being repaired, then that cleanout doesn't need to be installed for the purposes of the inspection, as we've already seen the first 60 feet of the line would just be the last portion. But we do have areas of damage, minor areas of damage occurring from the beginning of the line to this point right here that ideally need to be repaired. None of them are necessarily allowing sewer water seepage to the magnitude that this is, but they can obviously be further damaged with earth movement and any maintenance slime may need. We saw a very minor area of root intrusion actually coming through one of those cracks. If those roots continue to grow, maintenance will be needed to help the line drain properly. Regular sewer line cleanings involve roots being pulled through, typically the joint lines where roots are most common, but when you're pulling roots through a break in the pipe, obviously you can make that break worse. So I would recommend repair of those areas. Now, since we already have one area here that needs to be dug up, and we have a cleanout that needs to be installed both at either ends of the 60-foot stretch of pipe. As I said, there are different methods of sewer line replacement where they can replace that entire stretch of pipe but only digging in those two areas. I definitely advise having a sewer replacement contractor provide estimates on what it would be for either this individual repair or the replacement of the first 60 feet of sewer line. If it shows not to replace the first 60 feet, I would recommend a regular inspection to be performed every 2 years, or if any significant seismic activity, to reassess those areas of minor damage to see if they are worsening to the point where either the drainability of the line is being affected or excessive sewer water exuding from the pipe or root intrusion into the system. I'd also advise having a plumber come out and give estimates on what it would be for the replacement of the waste piping underneath the house, as they appear to be in a very worn condition. Cast iron is deteriorating, sort of collapsing out itself. The bottom of the pipe is eroding away, and repairs are definitely going to be needed, if not now, in the very near future as it continues to wear out. With that being said, this will conclude the video portion of this inspection. This is Edward Payton. Thank you for choosing Sewer Line Check Professionals.